Hi everybody, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thanks very much for joining me again for another video. This is going to be about everything I got made up in December. So this is my very first video of 2022, so Happy New Year to you all. Thank you so much as well if you watch my Vlogmas videos. I really enjoyed doing them. So the way I did them was every week I published a video on the previous 7 days, and I think that format really worked for me. It was really enjoyable doing it, bring my phone around with me, seeing what would people like to see, so a little insight into my life and cooking and sewing and just general bits and bobs. I really enjoyed watching other people's Vlogmases and I'm still getting through them. I have a bit of a backlog, but I'm really enjoying them. So yeah, I really enjoyed my first Vlogmas, so hopefully I'll be able to do it again this year, December, but we won't talk about that too much. But thank you so much to everybody who liked those videos and also who left some comments. So I had a really good chat with you all, so thank you so much, and thank you for all your support while I was doing it. So can you believe it's now 2022? So the new year has started. It's absolutely freezing cold outside. For the past 2 days we've had to de-ice the car, so that'll give you an indication. But it's a beautiful sunny day today, so hopefully I'll get out for a little walk. You also knew, if you watch my Vlogmas, how I enjoy going for a walk during the day. So the two boys are back in creche, so kind of life is getting back to normal, inverted commas. Yesterday I cleaned the entire house. I took down the Christmas tree, took down the Christmas decorations. The house looks so bare. I was afraid my little boy was going to get upset when all the decorations came down, but it just meant that he had easier access to his toys, so he's fine about it. So he thinks that Santa Claus has taken away the decorations, but he'll bring them back again. We'll run with that. So I'm here now. I have a nice cup of tea in my lovely scissors sewing mug that I got from Crafty Studio. I also have a sneaky cherry liqueur, which are my favourite chocolates. Sorry about that. My husband came in. How rude. I should get one of those, like they have in radio studios, you know, the red light bulb outside saying on air. Anyway, I asked him, did he want to be in this video? He said no. We'll work on that one. Anyway, so back to business. So that was December, New Year, Vlogmas, all of that jazz. So this is now about my December makes, and I'll start with what I'm wearing, which, yes, probably one of my favourite. I've been wearing it all the time. This is my Billy Freya hack. So it's got the cowl neck of the Freya, and it's just a Billy jumper dress. It's got pockets and the little ribbing at the bottom. Absolutely love this. Oh, also it's got a little Kylie and the Machine make label. Oh, I should say, in my Vlogmas I did my 2 calendars. So I had the Kylie and the Machine label advent calendar that I got from Fabric Romance, so thank you Steph. And then also I had the Beyond the Pink Door advent calendar from the lovely Andrea and Keris. So yeah, I got those 2 calendars for myself. Totally spoiled, but they were fabulous. I should have mentioned that at the top of the video actually. Just those calendars were just wonderful. They really are. So for the Kylie and the Machine one, 66 labels and 2 patches. We'll see how long it takes to get through all that, but yes, challenge accepted. And the Beyond the Pink Door calendar was just magnificent. It really was. So I've decanted all the little gifts into a little box, so it's now kind of my box of treasures, and everything was just wonderful. It really was just what a kind of a beautifully curated box of just wonderment and magic and just joy. It really was. So yes, and I have been using some of them already, which is brilliant. So back to, oh, I'm jumping all over the place, apologies. Back to my Billy Freya dress, which I absolutely love. So the fabric is a soft sweat glitter animal print from Beyond the Pink Door, and also pink glitter ribbing. And yes, I was torn between doing the gold ribbing or the pink ribbing, but I went to the pink, which I'm really happy with, and I already have plans for the gold. So, and yeah, a little make label hidden away in here, which I love. And the cowl is just fabulous. So I was worried that it was going to be very thick with the 2 layers, but it's not, and it's just so lovely and cozy. It's a kind of jumper that you don't really even need to wear a scarf when you go outside. It's just, you just layer it over the coat, and it's just so cozy. It's lovely. So I made a size 4 grading to a 5, which is my usual Billy measurement. I added 1 inch to the sleeve, and there's no seam allowance here between the cuff and the jersey. My overlocker is very poorly, needs to go to the overlocker hospital, so I can't take off seam allowance with my overlocker anymore. So yeah, so there's a little bit added on here as well. Yeah, it really has to go to be looked at. It really does. It's making noises that no overlocker should make. So yes, 1 inch to the sleeve, and then I did add 1 inch to the bodice, but that made the pockets really low, so I definitely wouldn't do that in future. And then in doing that into the bodice, I ended up taking 2 inches off the length of the full dress. So if I made this again, I'd do the same measurements in the sleeve, and I'd actually just shorten it by an inch, probably not at the pockets. I think the pockets would be fine as they are, but I'd take an inch off the length, and that fits absolutely perfectly, and it's just gorgeous, and I love it. And the pockets, and it's so slouchy and so cozy and so lovely. Yes, that's all I want to say about that. So I was just so happy with how this came out. So what I did was, I had the bodice for the Billy sweatshirt. I traced off the top of the bodice front and back for the Freya cowl neck, laid that on top, so cut out the, because it's a lot higher, and then cut out the cowl as standard, and they just all match perfectly. Even the kind of the arm size and everything matched it perfectly. So that's obviously the Billy block. So yeah, mashing up those two patterns worked really well. So absolutely love this make. So yes, I have been wearing it on rotation. Yes, I would recommend it. So I think I might do a few more of these actually. I used to wear sweater dresses an awful lot, but yeah, I'm getting back into them. So just throw them on the tights, and they're just super comfy. So yes, make number 1 was a definite success. So on to make number 2. And this is make number 2. Apologies, it needs to go in the wash because I've been wearing it so much as well. This is another Tilly in the Buttons Freya, just with the roll neck. So really happy with how this came out. Just a lovely navy cotton jersey, again from Beyond the Pink Door, but it's beautiful. It's lovely quality. It's quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Substantial is the word I'm looking for. So it's really nice, really cozy, just absolutely gorgeous. And then I put in a little label in the side seam, so another one from Kylie and the Machine. So it says can't stop, and then on the flip side it says won't stop. So love that, and really like putting them in different places. So this in the side seam and this under the cowl, so I think it just makes it a little bit more special. So love this. Again, size 4 grading to a 5, which I think I am in Tilly patterns. And I added 1.5 inches to the sleeve length, which is good, and I added 1 inch to the length, and that seems to fit me perfectly. So yeah, very happy with this. This is my second Freya roll neck, and I have plans for a third, because this is just wonderful. Chuck it under any jumper, any shirt, any sweatshirt, anything. So it's absolutely brilliant. So yes, love the Billy Freya. Then following on for that are all the Christmas pajamas I made. So I'll just go grab the pile of those before they get put in the attic until next year. So now a big pile of Christmas pajamas, and all this fabric again is from Beyond the Pink Door, and this is the most beautiful cotton jersey. It is so soft, it is just lovely, and when it stretches you can't really see the white or anything. It's just the most beautiful quality. I absolutely love it. Andrea did have this in different colorways as well, but I quite liked the look of the white, and with the red ribbing I think it matched really well. So just delighted how these came out, and we've got an awful lot of wear out of these over Christmas. So yes, sadly they are going to be washed and put back in the attic until next year, but I think I'll bust them out slightly earlier this year so we get more use out of them. So absolutely beautiful ho 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 reindeer fabric. So this is my husband's one, just made him a top. This is the Oliver & S, Liesl & Co. I always get confused between the two of them. Men's Metro tee. So it's a straight t-shirt, a neckband at the top, then it doesn't have ribbing on the bottom. It's just a long sleeve t-shirt, but he seems to like it and it fits him really well. I don't actually make any alterations to this pattern, actually just make him a straight medium, which is great. So that's for him. And then for my little boys, this is my older boys one. This is the Made by Me kids pajamas, which I've made an awful lot, which fit him perfectly. He wears the size 4, again no alterations, and they all have little "You Are Loved" little rosy cheeks labels on them, which I think are super cute. So this is his top, and then he has matching bottoms, nope, not those ones, these ones, with the little elasticated waist, which fit perfectly. Again, they're lovely and long, and yeah, they fit him perfectly straight out of the pack. So yeah, great little pattern, this one. Then for my littler boy, the Waves and Wild Eclipse t-shirt, which is this, which I've made him once or twice before. Again, it's just a long sleeve t-shirt. Ooh, random thread, again with little label. So this little t-shirt, and then to match that a great little free pattern, which is the lightning leggings from Waves and Wild again, which are the cutest little ones. They don't even have an elastic in the waist, they just have ribbing, and that fits over his little nappy butt perfectly. I think I made both of these in a size 6 to 12 months, and he's kind of busting out of them, there's a little pot belly. So I think I'll size up slightly, because I will definitely be making more of these pajamas. I think they're really cute. They're not really pajamas, it's a t-shirt and leggings, but they're perfect for pajamas. So they're very cute, those are the ones. And then for me, my lovely Billy, So again, just my normal belly, size 4 to 5, with my usual adjustments for the 1.5 inches to the sleeve, 1 inch the length. And then on my one, I put the Kylie in the Machine, the first one out of the advent calendar, which is the, I'm probably thinking about sewing with the lovely little koala bear. So delighted with how these came out, super cute. Just standard patterns that I had already, which is really good. And yeah, they fit us all really, really well. And I shall probably be using these patterns again next year. So yes, beautiful Christmassy fabric. So away they go until next year. So on to my final make for December. And this is my final make of 2021. So probably one of my favourite ones actually. I just love how this came out. This is the Rachel dress by Jolly Patterns. So can't really see the colour properly. Maybe there is a bit more accurate. So absolutely love this. Again, this is a bottle green ponte from Beyond the Pink Door, and it's the Jolly Rachel dress that I was inspired to make after seeing a version on Maeve Dress Fabrics on Instagram. So she had a beautiful version, so I thought I had to get it. So I put in a little handmade label, Kylie in the Machine again, and it's a beautiful tie front dress. So it comes in a few options. I'll put them up here. You can do a top, you can do dress with no tie, you can do a top with a short tie, which is one that I did. I think that's a dress view 2. And then view 3 is a dress with a long tie that goes all the way around. But I prefer this version because otherwise you'd be hiding all this nice gathering here at the waist. So I think this, I really, really like this look. And the construction, really easy to do, but looks super effective. The pattern pieces look hilarious though, the way they're curved. And I wouldn't do this in a directional print because the top of the front bodice is cut on the grain, but then obviously the bottom isn't because it needs to be pivoted like this. So if you had any patterns, it might look a bit odd because the front lower part of the front bodice would be at an angle. But that's just my advice anyway. So absolutely loved how this came out. I wore this for Christmas Day and I wore this for New Year's Eve, and I just love it. So I made size U at the bust, size V at the waist, and a size W at the hips. So they obviously have their own sizing. So a U at the bust was 36 inches, a V was 31 at the waist, and a W was 41 at the hips, which is my measurements exactly. They do a really cool thing, which I really liked. My mathematical brain really enjoyed this. So they have you take your torso measurement, which is basically from here all the way down, under, and then back up. So, and why you do that is to get a good waist position, which was brilliant. So this worked out so well. So for a V, bear with me. Stick with me, I promise it'll be worth it. For a size V at the waist, it was 31, which is fine. But the V torso measurement was 60.5 inches. So when I measured my torso, it was 66. So what they have you do is take your measurement away from the torso measurement, so I was left with 6. Then you half that, so that's 3. And then you divide that equally between the top of the bodice and the bottom of the bodice. So that was 1.5 inches at the top, 1.5 inches at the bottom. So I just did that. I just took their advice. That's what I did. And they have length and shorten lines, everything. So I did that. Or do they? No, I think I had to guess where they are. Or maybe they did. I'll double check and I'll put it down below. So I added 1.5 inches to the front bodice and the back bodice, and then 1.5 inches to the lower bodice of both front and back. And the position of the waist is perfect. Absolutely spot on. Because with this tie, you don't want it to be too high or too low, but I was just amazed at how perfect it was. The length was a bit too long for me, so I did end up taking off about 1 inch, I think. I don't think I added any length to the sleeve, but I was just really, really impressed with how they did the top bodice. And yes, my analytical brain really enjoyed that. So absolutely perfect. So delighted with this dress. For some reason, my twin needle wouldn't work on this fabric and I had to do a zigzag, but I don't think it makes a massive amount of difference. Yeah, it was just a really good construction. The instructions are pretty basic, but the pictures are good, so we managed to get our way around. And yeah, it's quite intuitive really when you figure out how to do the tie. So it comes in 2 pieces, two ties that you tie into the side seams effectively, but this is done kind of inside out first of all to create that loop across, which is really, really nice. So yes, love this dress. Really enjoyed making my first Jolly pattern, and obviously it's called the Rachel dress. Enough said. So yes, absolutely love this dress, and I'll say I'll pop in a few pictures as well. So now on to a few little crafty projects from December. So I did 2 craft projects in December. I kind of finished off the Waves and Wild Crowning Glory crowns. I'll pop in a picture. I think that was kind of end November, start December. I'm not quite sure what the rules are for my December makes video. Hopefully there's a bit of leeway there. So loved making those. We all had those for Christmas, which are really, really good fun. I would recommend making those. It's another free pattern and they're super fun. The point turner, if you do have a point turner, I think would make your life a lot easier to turn out the little points of the points of the crown. But yeah, really enjoyed making those. And that fabric was from Fabric Romance, the little candy cane one. Absolutely beautiful, loved it. And then another little craft project I made was little gift bags for people. So again, I'll pop in a few pictures because they've now been gifted and I think I remember to take a picture of them before I gave them out. So they came out really well. It's just a self-drafted pattern that I use for all kinds of bags. So what I'm going to do, if you guys would like that, let me know below. I really want to do a review of my new Juki sewing machine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tutorial of how I do my tote bags with my new machine. So basically it'll give, instead of just doing a review of my sewing machine and not really kind of showing you anything, I'm going to do it while sewing up a little tote bag. So hopefully that's something that you guys would enjoy. So I do have fabric on the way. For my January plans video, I've got fabric from 3 different companies coming. So yes, so I'll have to, my makes video, sorry, my plans video for January is going to be a little bit delayed because I'm still waiting for Mr. Postman to deliver those. So hopefully they're on the way. But yeah, so some beautiful stuff from 3 different fabric shops. So yes, I had to get a few bits and bobs and I've got lovely fabric coming for a little tote bag. So hopefully I can combine those 2 and make one little video for you. Hopefully that's something that you'd enjoy and would like to watch. So again, let me know below. So yeah, those tote bags came out really, really well and it's really nice to put a few little bits and bobs in. So I put, say, a little bottle of fizz, little bars of chocolate, things like that. So it's nice to have one little handmade thing and then just kind of fill it up with shop bought stuff as well. So I think that works out quite well. And I think the people who got them enjoyed them. I hope they do. I don't think they watch here, but anyway. And my last little thing is my needle felted reindeer. And here we go. I'm not the best needle felter in the world. I'm really not. So don't look too closely. And yes, he kind of does look like a camel, but I'm so happy with him. I mean, look at his little face. Isn't he lovely? Questionable eye placement, but never mind. So I just think he's so cute and a little red nose, so I think he's really adorable. This leg is a little bit poorly, but never mind. But yeah, I think he's super cute and he's got a little hanging bit here which needs to be rebalanced. He's a little bit poorly. He had a rough Christmas. So yes, really liked him. So I'll put a picture of the pack I got him from. So he's only my 2nd needle felted item. So yes, he's very, very cute and I really enjoy doing him. But again, do this in the privacy of when you have time on your own because it's surprisingly noisy craft. So you get 2 little needles with this pack and I have another needle which I think has 7 little needles in it, which is a really clickety clackety one. So while it makes it a little bit quicker, it's much more noisy. So just yes. So here he is, little reindeer. So sadly he's going up to the attic again for next year, but I think he's really, really cute. So there we go. So that was everything for December. So it was a really enjoyable month. So with Vlogmas and a few bits and pieces with some Christmas stuff, with some normal makes. Yeah, it was just really good fun. We did have a lovely Christmas as a family. Got to see a few little family members, which was lovely. But it was quite low key, but that's the way of the world. That's fine. So yes, on to 2022 and we'll see what it brings. So I started this vlog in, sorry, I should say I started doing this vlog, I think in April, May time earlier this year. So not even doing it a year yet, but really enjoying it. And thank you so much to all of you for all your support and encouragement while I'm doing it. And yes, just a big thank you to everybody and a big happy new year. And hopefully now 2022 will be bright for us all. So thank you so much everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. Please leave a comment below. You know how much I love having the chats. And I'll hopefully be back to you with my January plans whenever the post arrives. And we'll see, because I do have quite a number of little plans. We might have to spread them out over the first quarter maybe instead of being too ambitious for January. So thank you so much everybody. I hope you're all well and see you all very, very soon. Bye.